Hey, it's FailRANK, and I'm doing a new series where I just code some stuff and show you how it works. Anyways, if you enjoy this, make sure to subscribe, hit that post notification bell, like, comment, and share. Also, if you enjoyed this series, you should also tell me in the comments if I should do more of this or not, and if so, what ideas I should do next. I want to make it like an open thing if you guys enjoy it, so I can just code your guys' ideas for fun, like some small videos in between my regular game devlogs and other goofy videos. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'm basically be showing off the companion first and then going into the code of it. As you can see in the left corner, there are 4 commands that you can do. You can have it follow you, and it says what mode it has active, and then you can make it idle, and then you can move it around by selecting a spot, like click where you want and it goes there. And then the attack mode, where the robot will attack who you click on and just viciously attack them. Alright, yeah, that's really all. Let me get into the code of this. As you can see, there's 4 buttons, and I have a single script that controls it. Okay, so basically at the top, I declare all my stuff, and then I have this function to clear out the text on screen when you click the move and attack button. And the idle and the follow is just pretty simple. It just does the clear thing in case you click move before it clears that text, and then it fires to the event with a state number, which the robot will be in. And for the move and the attack, it's basically the same thing, except it basically makes the text visible, and it has another function within it to get your mouse input, because it has to detect where you click or who you click, and it sends it to the corresponding event. So we're in the target event now. It basically gets the target of the mouse, and then this line basically checks if it is a player or like a NPC, and it checks it, and then it sets the change value to true, which I'll explain later on when we get onto the actual robot script of it. And then the spot event, basically it gets a position. If it is a position, then the spot value inside the robot will be set to that, and the change value is true. And all these variables will make sense once I get on to explaining what the robot does and how it functions. And then the state event basically sets the state that the robot is in, and the robot works in states like following, idling, moving, attacking. So yeah, let's get on to the robot. I'm now gonna get into how this nice robot companion works. So yeah, the robot is actually a regular character with a model just attached to it, because I'm not that great at making custom things. So I just basically put my simple model I made and welded it to this invisible regular character model. As you can see, there's 4 variables, and I'll basically explain what they do. The state basically checks the state it is in, and it uses an integer. The spot is basically a vector-free value, which gets the position where you clicked on, and it will travel to there using this value as a reference. And the target is basically, it gets a model, and then it finds where the model is and moves to it. So yeah, the change value is a bit weird because let me show the GUI. Basically, when you click a button like the move and attack, since these values are already here, and when you actually click, it changes the value, but it will keep the previous value. I'll show it in game. As you can see, I set up these values, and basically if I click move, it would just go to this spot, but I have this change value where if nothing has changed, it'll wait until a new input is put. So if I click here, the change value will become active, and it will go to the new spot that I assigned. So basically, this value in here, when you click on the move thing, it won't automatically go to there. It'll wait for you to actively make a change. And same with the attack, where it'll attack him, But then if you turn off of it and click back on the attack, he's still in this value. But since there was no change made, he won't just automatically attack him when you go in this mode and you have to re-click on him. So yeah, that's basically how that works. So let's actually get into the scripting. I just want to tell you how these values work. And basically the script follows that same logic that I said. So yeah, I determine all my variables up here. I load the animation in store. I get the old state and all of that. I set the primary part that's moving to nil, which is basically the server, because pathfinding lags when it's on like a client-sided. It lags when it's client-sided, so you set it to the. It lags when it's client-sided, so I set it to the server so it won't have jittery movements. This right here is just a lazy way to code, like detecting if there's a player. Basically, if there's like a player in the server, then the player will be set to the first player in the game and it breaks out. And then I don't need to check for a certain player, it just goes to the first player because, you know, I didn't really care to make it that advanced. The function talk is basically what you see in game, where it talks. But I have the old state here, which basically gets set immediately, which it starts at 0, which is the idle. And basically when this changes, the old state will change. So basically it doesn't just spam talk when it's just staying still. It has to change to a different state to talk again, so it's not just constantly spamming what it's saying. And then there's the variable, and then there's the argument up here, which is text, which I use down here, which I put a text and it'll say that text, and yeah. Next is the moving thing, which is basically just the pathfinding, which I use in the 3 things: the following, the attack, and the move 1 state. And then there's some other arguments. When it's following you, it will stop moving when it's close to you, so it doesn't constantly ram you. This also checks like if anything changed before it actually moves, or else it would just move to the previous location that is in the variable. This basically just checks if the target is close, then deal damage and play the attacking animation, which you see where he just swings. And then here is like if it's the target and you've actually made a input, it'll start moving to it as well. And idle, basically nothing happens except stopping the attack animation. It's for all of these because the animation is looped, so I have to just stop it when it's not on the attack state itself. So we have the animation handler script for the robot. I basically declare all my variables and the animations, and I do a very janky way of detecting if I should use the walk or idle animation. Basically I get its old position, and if its current position is different from its old position, then the walking animation gets played. If it's the same, then the idle animation gets played. And if its state is jumping, then it plays the jump animation. And that's really all. So let's go on to the outro. Yeah, that's really all for this new series I'm doing, where I just make random stuff. If you enjoy this and you want more of this, tell me in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe, hit that post notification bell, like, comment, and share this video. And if you have any other ideas that I should code up, drop them down below with the comment, which I just said. Oh, anyways, have a good day. Peace.